Welcome back, everybody, to another poker video. I'm your host, Sticky Rice 1, and right now I'm in Miami, and I just got done playing 5-10 at Hard Rock Casino, right? And I got one hand for you, the biggest hand of the night that made it so I had a winning night, you know what I mean? So I came up positive 2,500 for the session, played for about 6 hours, maybe 5 hours. It was a very good session. Look at this view, my guy. It's a very nice. I'm thinking about moving to Miami. That's why I'm here in Miami, thinking about relocating. Look at this, it's fire. Okay, this is this angle. I think this is the angle. Is this the angle I want? Okay, I'm not sure which angle I want. But let me tell you about this hand, okay? The first and only hand is the biggest hand of the night. Effective stacks is $1,930, and we're playing 5-10, 25 straddle. So we're playing a big game, but we're only playing four-handed. We're playing 5-10, 25 straddle, and this is the biggest hand of the night. Hero under the gun wakes up with 5 of diamonds, 7 of spades, trash, but four-handed, I'm not entirely sure. Let's say it's not as trash. Well, it definitely is not as trash compared to 9-handed, but I'm straddling to 25 from under the gun. The button raises to $60. Everybody folds. It's back to the hero. The hero makes the call for $60. He defends his straddle because he's not going to be bullied. Now the pot is $135, and the flop comes 6-3-9 heart club diamond. Don't know what that means. It means we got a double gut shot, my guy. We got a DG double gut shot, a nice DG. Dude, look at this moon. Actually, this moon is kind of fire too. Where is it? Oh, you can't see it. You can't see it on video, but that's definitely the moon behind me. 6-3-9 heart club diamond. That's the flop. We got a double gut shot. We can take a 4 for a straight. We can take an 8 for a straight, and it's very disguised. And it's a rainbow flop, which is really good because we don't want it to be a flush draw flop. Like if we do hit an 8 or 4 that completes the flush draw, the villain might be able to get away. But if we hit an 8 or 4, there's no way they're getting away because it's gonna be so sneaky. The hero checks, and it's on to the villain. The villain leads out, and the villain bets $60, and it's back to the hero, and the hero raises that puppy up. He raises the 4x, 3x, plus an additional 1x because we're out of position. So we raise it to 240. Then the villain calls, okay? Villain calls, and now hero's gotta automatically start putting him on the hands, right? He was the pre-flop raiser. He bet into me on the flop, and he called my raise. Villain is saying he has a hand, right? I don't think the villain has a draw. That's my gut feeling right now. He doesn't have a draw. So the villain doesn't have 5-7 or 7-8. You know what I mean? Villain has a hand. He has a made hand. That's what the hero's thinking right now. So now the pot's $615. We're going heads up to the turn, and the turn comes the The turn comes the money card. The turn comes the 4 of diamonds for your boy, and we make our very hidden straight. So we raise the flop. So we're basically saying we're strong. So we're saying we got to draw or we got to set. I know a draw may not be like you're like, oh, that's not strong, but like we can disguise it as like a strong hand. You know what I mean? As like 2 pair or a set. So to the villain, we look strong, like a set or 2 pair, or potentially bluffing with a draw, right? So that's probably what the villain is thinking. The villain knows we got something, and we know the villain's got something. All right, so we know we both got a little something. Okay. We hit our DG, and I lead out, so I got to continue my story that I'm strong, right? I raise the flop, so I got to continue saying that I'm a bully. So I make it $400 into 615, right? So I bet like 3/4 of the pot. So 3/4. All right, we're not gonna do math here, guys. All right, that's not what it's about. So I make it 400, and the villain makes the call. As soon as the villain makes the call, based on the vibes and reads that I'm getting live, I think that the villain has an overpair. I take the villain off of a set. He doesn't have 2 pairs, okay? I don't think he has a set because I think he would have raised the flop, definitely raised the turn, so he doesn't have a set, right? So the best hand I think he could have is an overpair to the board. 10s plus. 10s, jacks, queens, kings, aces, right? That's like the feeling that I'm getting. Maybe like the weakest hand would be like pair top kicker, like ace 9 or the backdoor flush draw or something. So the turn came to 4 diamonds, so maybe he could have like ace 9 of diamond or something like that, right? Because he made the $400 call on the turn. So now we're going heads up to the river, and the pot's $1,415. Hero's got $1,230 left behind. The river comes the 7 of hearts. Does not complete the backdoor flush draw. My hand is still very disguised, but I didn't think all the way through. But the hero jams, knowing that he's got the best hand. I didn't really think too much on like what he would call with, because I think if I was him, if I had an overpair or ace 9 diamonds, I would just fold. But the hero jams for $1,230. The villain tanks, and then he goes in there for a long time. He doesn't come out, and he makes the call. And the hero shows his hand, and the hero takes it down. And we win that pot. And the pot was $3,875. It was a really big pot. Nice. But what does the villain have? So I didn't think the villain does not have 2 pair here. The villain definitely doesn't have a set, right? The villain doesn't have a set because he didn't raise the flop and he didn't raise the turn. The villain cannot have a set. So then I was thinking, did the villain just call with an overpair? But the villain called with an overpair, and maybe the villain thinks I had like 7-8 and I was just bluffing win all the way, maybe. Or he called me with ace 9 of diamonds, picked up a flush draw on the turn and just thought I was bluffing. Or maybe he did have 2 pairs some weird way, like he called me with middle pair on the flop, like with an 8. Or maybe he had 8-9 on the flop and just didn't want to re-raise ever. I don't know what the villain had. And I asked the villain, I was like, yo man, after the end of the session, I do YouTube videos. Can you tell me what you had just so the viewers can know? Just cause like, I'm just thinking like, what the heck did he have? And then he just kind of seemed disappointed in himself. Like, oh man, I shouldn't have fucking called. Like that's the vibe I was getting from him. So I think maybe he had like an overpair or he had like ace 9 of diamonds. I think he just had like 1 pair. What do you guys think he had? Anyways, that is it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And yo, if you're feeling these vids, make sure you let me know because I've been like, yo, should I continue doing poker videos? Do people even like them? I don't know. But then every once in a while I'll get that comment like, yo man, I like your shit. And I'm just like, oh, okay, I'll do it for that one guy that commented. But yeah, that's let me know if you're digging the vids. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Peace.
Make him spicy, Papa.